What's going on? This is Kevin Ross, and I'm chilling with my man Jeff Foxx that rocks the box.
Kevin Ross. Kevin Ross. Man, it is good to talk to you, man. I've been trying to get with you for a minute because your music is really good.
Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot.
You got that song, Long Song Away. That's one of those tunes that you just can't stop listening to.
Wow.
And when it first came on the radio with me a few years ago, I was so glad when it was time to play Kevin Ross song.
That means a lot.
Oh man, you're doing it. Can you feel that you're doing it? It's starting to happen. It's starting to bloom for you. Can you feel that?
I could definitely feel growth and progression. You know what? I'm just enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the process right now. I'm glad that people love the music. I'm glad that I'm able to do shows and to see people sing these songs. It's really, really cool. And the fact that I've made a career out of this, and this is what pays the bills, and this is what helps to provide for my family. So I can't ask for anything else. Everything else is just, the icing on the cake for sure.
So let's take it back to the beginning.
Oh yeah, born and raised in Washington, D.C. My mother and father really raised us up right and gave us a great childhood. My father used to sing around the city at churches and weddings and all types of stuff. And I was very shy and reserved, but I was just taking in so much information. And my parents are old souls. So, being a 90s baby, you would have thought that I would be listening to Bad Boy, Death Row and all that stuff.
Right.
But what they were playing around the house is the Shy Lights and the Stylistics, the Delphonics, the Manhattans, Donny Hathaway, Stevie Wonder. It really kind of widened my palette as it pertains to what I was hearing on the radio and also what I was hearing at home. And so it really created what I didn't realize then, but kind of like a musical bridge.
That's right.
From past to present. And so I carry that with me for sure.
You grew up around music.
Yes, very much so.
Now, did you sing in school, talent shows, and did you do all that?
I was shy during grade school and stuff like that. I didn't really come into singing until maybe late middle school, high school type of thing. I ended up going to Duke Ellington School of the Arts. And that's kind of when I got bit by the bug for sure. So shout out to Ellington. And so my journey began there as far as laying down a foundation and really seeing oh man, this singing thing is possible and it can take me places. So, I never knew that. I'm grateful for Ellington and DC.
So being around your peers and they're talented just like you, that shyness kind of went away and you kind of found a kinship being at the Ellington School for the Arts.
Absolutely. Embracing your uniqueness. I think that if you put a child in an environment that is not, suitable for them, they will react to that. And sometimes they'll react in a negative way and sometimes they'll react in a positive way. Sometimes they'll even shut down. And so I was just so grateful that God kind of gave me insight and supportive parents to say, okay, well, what does this kid like? Is he into sports? Is he into this, and that? And they would try different things. Try basketball. I'm like, basketball ain't for me, and so they were always willing to drive me to the places that I was interested in. So that was a big component, really pinpointing and figuring out to say, oh, it's music. Because I had tried everything else under the sun. Once I landed on music, it was obvious from there.
You knew it was you.
Yes, indeed.
Now, along the way, did you pick up an instrument?
Yes, piano was the first for sure. I got myself a Yamaha keyboard, learning the structure of chords and, picking up what I hear as far as on the radio. Ended up getting a 16-track recorder to go along with that. This is a machine that I can record my voice. I can put all of my ideas into this one machine and then try to create songs. And that started when I was 16. Now, granted, probably sucked, but
Now, Kevin, did you ever get into a group or did you ever sing in a band first?
Being a 90s baby and being a teen in the 2000s and R&B groups wasn't the thing. It was rap. And so I was in a rap group first, so I was like, I got bars too.
Right.
That was very short lived. I'm talking about all of a few months. And plus I was like, look, the level of girls I'm getting from singing versus rapping, I'm going to easily take this singing thing and push it as far as I can.
The girls, they do push you along, don't they?
Yes. They were big motivation.
I know
sure.
They are. Yes, they are. Oh, my goodness. You got your songs. You're doing your thing. What's your first big break? Who came to you first and said, yeah, I like what you're doing. Let's do a deal?
Oh man. So I'm gonna be honest. I think the person that really kind of started me on that path, even though we never did the deal, was L.A. Reid.
Mm.
And I don't even think LA even knows it. I was doing a Rihanna writing camp. I started off as a writer first in the industry. The producer that I was working with was late, and I was at the piano and I was playing, and then he walked in and he was like, "Yo, like I didn't know you could do all this stuff." We ended up writing a song. It was decent enough to get the A&R, and then the A&R got LA Reid. And so when LA Reid was walking into the studio, the producer had stopped him and said, "Before you even hear the song, you got to hear this kid." LA Reid sat down, with me at the piano and did all these songs. It was an exciting thing for about a week. Your name was circulating in the writing camp. Within that week, what it did was it gave me the confidence to say, you know what? Maybe my narrative, maybe the thing that comes from my heart and what God has given me is unique, and maybe it needs to be shared. And so the songs that I made within that time of when I had that confidence was the exact songs that I had did as a demo for the major label that I was signed with, which would end up
Wow.
being Motown in that time frame.
You're in the business now.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm really getting paid or trying to get paid. I'm starting to work with other artists. I'm starting to collaborate with
Yeah.
artists that I've been listening to on the radio. That must have blew your mind.
It was crazy. I didn't know how to process it, to be honest. I spent 2 weeks with Babyface, just writing and working with him. I just couldn't process that. Diane Warren, David Foster, a lot of the
Mm.
like vets and like legends within the game I've been fortunate enough to work with. Now, do we have any like songs? Well, me and Face have songs, but a lot of the other, people that I work with, it was more so the experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back on it, I was like, man, like during that time, I was like traveling to LA. I'm like, I'm the only person on this plane that's going to see Babyface.
And
I'm the
that's
only
something.
person on this plane that's going to see Diane Warren.
And nobody knows it. Nobody knows
Yeah.
it. You want to stand up right there in the airplane. Hey, y'all,
And say it.
I'm about to do something real big.
Yeah.
But the flight attendant will tell you to sit down.
Or kick me off the flight.
Right. That's funny, man. But you're bubbling inside because your dream,
Yes.
it's starting to happen.
Yep.
Like you say, it's a great feeling to enjoy that journey. Oh,
That's
my
right.
goodness. That's wonderful, man. And here you are recording duets with like Leela James, and I've been playing that on the radio. What was it like to actually hear your song on the radio and you singing? Where were you the first time that happened, and how did that feel?
It was so crazy. So I think the first time that I heard Long Song Away, because that was the first song out the gate, was Long Song Away.
Mm.
And I want to say that it was in DC. I think I first heard it in DC for the first time. And I was going to the movies. I forget what movie it was that I saw, but I heard it and I was like, yo, this is so crazy. And I didn't have the moment where I was jumping up and down and all that, but just to kind of hear myself on the radio, and then that record, to go number one after that was super humbling. I didn't know anything about the game then. So, all of that was like pure magic to me during those moments.
What was your first experience of fandom? They're starting to know who you are. They know that's you on the radio, and now
Yeah.
the fandom kicks in. Can you remember that moment?
Yeah, I think that kind of kicked in right around Long Song Away when people start following you from city to city.
Mm.
In my mind, I'm like, it's just the same show, just in every city. You know what I mean? But whatever it was during that time that they felt so connected to, that they were willing to just travel like to all these different places just to see me over and over and over again. That was a different experience for me, and that would evolve to different things, people getting tattoos and all kind of stuff.
That's
But
crazy.
so yeah, so that was the start. It's still wild to me.
That's the power of amplification.
Yeah.
Once you're out there and your art is out there and is on the radio and folks see you on TV, online, and all of a sudden these folks gravitate to you. You didn't touch them, man.
Yeah.
Now you have a responsibility.
Yes, indeed.
Like you say, you have traveled. It has taken you probably around the world right now. You've probably traveled to other countries so far, haven't you?
Yes, no, it's pretty crazy. Music has, allowed for me to, go to China, Japan, Switzerland, Serbia, Peru,
Wow.
just different places across the world that I would have never imagined. especially music being the vessel, would have brought me to. So super humble.
And look at you. You're still growing. You're still
Yes.
going. You're just getting started. Let's talk about your
Yeah.
new project, what you're doing now.
Yes. So I'm an independent R&B artist. I've been an independent R&B artist for the past 5 or 6 years. I have a company called Art Society Music Group. So all of the records that you guys have been playing, thank you so much, by the way. Looking for Love, Look My Way, Sweet Release, God is a Genius. All of these have been under my own imprint, including the new single. So yes, I have a new project called Love Up Tempo. Make sure that you go ahead and stream that on DSPs, or you can go and purchase it. That's what I prefer. But whichever way that you listen to music, I don't mind. Just get involved. You can find all things KevinRossMusic.com, or follow me on social media, Kevin Ross Music, on all social media platforms. Thank you guys for supporting Love in the Middle. So I'm super humbled. I'm looking forward to scoring my first number one
It's
as far
coming.
as within indie R&B. So I claim that. I just thank you, Jeff, for always supporting, and thank you guys for listening.
There you go. That's Kevin Ross. He's doing his thing.
Absolutely. Make sure that you follow me at Kevin Ross Music, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, I'm on it. But then also, if you want to see me live, get your tickets at KevinRossMusic.com.
There you go. Kevin Ross today on the Jeff Foxx Show. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
And thank you for checking out this episode of the Jeff Foxx Show Behind the Mic podcast. And remember, you can also check out the nationally syndicated Jeff Foxx Radio Show, bringing you the best in music, culture, and conversation every day. Log online, the Jeff Foxx Show affiliate, and pick your station. We'll talk to you next time